Now we bring in Mike Baker, retired CIA covert operative, in terms of what the intelligence community is looking at. Mike, how good of an insight do we, and thus the Ukrainians, because we're sharing so much with them, have into really what Vladimir Putin is thinking, how good his army is, how many reinforcements he has, ground truth, and then the truth in the Kremlin?
Yeah, you really asked the most important question here, Leland, which is, to what degree do we understand through hard intelligence his plans and intentions and what an end game in his mind might be? The problem is, the answer is not particularly satisfactory. It's a very difficult lift, right? He's got an ever shrinking circle of close advisors that he's relying on. Obviously, there's been issues with his military command staff. He's placed under house arrest members of the FSB, senior members. The problem ever since they started massing troops on the border has been exactly what you point to. What are the intentions? And from an intelligence collection perspective, when you're talking about somebody like this, it's an enormously heavy lift.
Yeah, on the other hand, kudos to the intelligence agency, right? I should say intelligence community. They nailed it at every step of the way, what the intentions were, when it was going to happen, almost down to a couple of hours within when the invasion was going to begin. Even when Putin said, "I'm withdrawing troops," there was an instant pushback saying, no, he's not. We don't really believe him, on and on and on. How much harder is it now to collect intelligence inside of Russia, given how many people have been thrown out, the increased tensions between the United States and Russia, how many fewer Americans there are in the country?
Yeah, it's always been difficult. It's not like after the Cold War, when the wall fell, that somehow it became easier to gather intelligence to conduct operations in Russia. It's always been one of the most difficult, challenging, and denied area operations wise. So right now, though, obviously the heightened tension isn't helping. If you're talking from our perspective as intel collectors, or from our allies, from NATO members. So, without going into sources and methods, we've been working this target for a very long time, right? We're extremely familiar. The agency is, and our allies, our liaison services, very familiar with this target because we've been doing this for so many decades. But you never want to underestimate how difficult it is. And so it's not easier, I'll tell you that much, as a result of what's going on in Ukraine right now.
Yeah, or how paranoid Vladimir Putin has become about his inner circle. What do you make of Roman Abramovich in this weird role that he seems to now be playing? The report is that the Ukrainians asked him not to be sanctioned. Therefore, he keeps his yachts, he keeps his jets, he keeps his ability to travel. Reports that he's given some money to the Ukrainians for refugee assistance. On the same time, this is a guy who's a lifelong partner of Vladimir Putin. Some see him almost like Putin's son.
Yeah, but there's a backstory here. His parents are in Ukraine. And look, Abramovich was one of the first to come out, not directly criticizing Putin over this invasion, but talking about how it needs to end. It needs to stop. It shouldn't be happening. We don't want the bloodshed. What's gotten probably under Putin's skin more than just about anything else, other than this incredibly failed, sloppy, poorly thought out invasion, is the reaction from some of the oligarchs, whether it's Abramovich or Deripaska or Mikhail Friedman, Peter Alvin, all coming out and, again, not directly saying Putin, but talking about it. Look, Putin believes in his mind he made these people incredibly, fabulously wealthy. Well, at the same time, they made him probably the wealthiest man in Russia. So, this is a fascinating dynamic between these people. But again, it's part and parcel of the same problem. Until that elite, and until the military command, and until the FSB and GRU, and until the Russian population themselves say that's it, enough is enough. Putin may feel as if he's still got a green light to carry this thing out.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.